Hello, 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 Flutifull people. How are we doing today? It is Sunday. It is 5 p.m. here in the UK, which means it's time for another Flutifull Time. I hope you're all doing okay out there, and I'm really pleased you can join me for 2 hours of live music, friendly chat, and some fascinating facts along the way, along with my fabulous moderators David and Chris. I don't think I've seen Chris yet in the chat, but I'm sure he'll be here shortly. It's been a busy week for me, as I'm sure it has been for you. We're learning lots about that in the chat already, because we've already learnt today that Wild's been for quite a longish walk. Wilbur's quite warm. What was the other thing I was going to mention that we've learnt in the chat? Oh yes, the mother's budgies are being very noisy today. So that's it, folks. Nothing else to see here. We've covered all the exciting news, and we can go home. No, we're here for another 2 hours. So if you are new to my stream here, you're very welcome, like I say, to join us. The way it works is this: you can request songs from the song list, which David has posted in the chat for us. Is the bot not working, David? I'm just sorry, folks. I'm going to go off on a slight tangent. I'm really, really annoyed about that, because I spent quite a lot of time last Monday trying to not only fix it, but then I gave up and tried to use another one, and it doesn't appear to be working, does it? So something is just not right, and I need to spend more time looking at that. Anyway, I will try and fix it. But thank you, David, for no, I haven't seen a message saying that it's working, and it's not responded to your commands, has it? So I don't know why I can't get it to work. I'm going to have to go back to base and look at that. Anyway, sorry, folks, back to business. Check out the song list, which is posted there for you in the chat, and I will try and pin it to the top for you. There you go. Requests are completely free. Just type the name of your request here in the YouTube chat, and we will add that to the queue for you. Requests are completely free. But if you'd like to make a small donation to the stream to keep me going and to keep me in Yorkshire tea, you can do via the Ko-fi link there, which is also the new home, folks, of the Flutifull Club. I will tell you about that more in due course. So let's say hello to everybody. As I say, we've had lots of news already. Wild was here first today, I think, weren't you, Wild? And super early. There was lots of chat going on super early today, at least half an hour ago, which is cool. So hello to Wild. Thank you for your lovely list of requests, which we will, of course, enjoy as we go through today's stream. Hello to Wilbur, who was in early as well. And 29 degrees here at 8 a.m. Oh, Wilbur, I don't know how you deal with it so much. I really don't. But hopefully we'll be able to cool you off with some tunes today. Hello to my mummy Janet, who hopefully can hear me above the noise from the budgericars. Hope you're doing okay today. Hello to William, who's here from sunny Massachusetts. Hi, William. Hope you're doing okay today. Let us know. Right, so I'm hoping today, folks, I mean, we've got a wonderful mix of music coming up already. I can see we've got quite a few things. We've got 9 things in the list already, which is awesome. And a few kind of sleepy tunes. Sorry, Wild, I know it's too much for you sometimes, isn't it, sleepy tunes? But I'm quite grateful for sleepy tunes today, because I've had a really busy weekend, folks, which I will tell you about in due course. Flutifull Club members who saw the stream yesterday know a little bit about what I've been up to, but I'll fill you in as we go on. Anyway, we've got something. Well, this isn't a sleepy tune, is it, by any means? But it's not the most lively thing we've got. But it'll certainly get you tapping your foot. By the fabulous Blondie, this is my own version of Heart of Glass. There we go, starting off our music today. That was, of course, a little bit of Blondie for you folks. Heart of Glass. Nice to have that one. I don't think we've had that one for a little while, have we? So, and it's I can't remember the last time we started a stream with that. So that was really nice. Thank you, Wild, for the request of that one. Fabulous emojiing, folks. Look at that. Hearts and glasses. Oh yeah. Hello to Maria. How are you doing, my dear? Oh, no need to apologise for being absent. It's not school, you know. Hope you're all right. How's things with you over there? Chris is here. Chris has just been stalking the chat. It's quite a thing, that, isn't it? You know, stalking chat on when you're watching YouTube streams. There's something kind of, I don't know, it feels a little bit naughty, but it's kind of a nice thing to do. I don't know why, but we've all done it. Hi, Chris. Glad you could join us. Hope you've got your coffee. Hope you have your coffee and you're ready to go. Anyway, it's good you're here, Chris, because the next number is one of your favourites, and it's the Star Trek Voyager theme. And folks, how have you been following the Artemis launch, or should I say the lack of launch? Oh my goodness me! So those who are not au fait with this, just let me run you down if I can remember the timeline of events. So last time we were talking about the Artemis launch, which is taking a rocket around the moon, and this was due to take place last Monday, I think it was. Correct me if I'm wrong, folks. Last Monday, there was a problem with the temperature on one of the engines, the third engine. The temperature wouldn't come back down, so that was a problem. So they didn't launch. It was rescheduled for possibly Friday. That became yesterday. It didn't launch again because of a problem. I can't remember what the problem was now. And where are we at with this, people? Wilbur, you'll know. I think, have they said they haven't named another date yet for this, have they? Oh, I mean, and you know, I've seen some comments online from people going, oh, well, that's not good enough. It's and general kind of, you know, horrible things that people say on the internet. And I just think, God, these people work for years. They work for lifetimes to try and get this stuff off the ground. And yeah, it just seems really silly that people moan about it so much because, you know, it has to be right, doesn't it? And they won't see it as a. I'm sure they'll be disappointed, but they won't see it as a major setback. They'll probably look at it like, oh, we're glad that we found the problem, you know, because what's the point in sending it up if you know it's not going to work? So, yeah, I just found people's reaction to it a little bit strange. But there we go. David says the Voyager 1 data glitch problem's been resolved. I wasn't aware of that one, David, but that's good to hear. So there is some good news on the space exploration front, folks. Yeah, second try was also scrubbed. That's right, yeah. Yes, William, NASA knows failure and success. They prefer success. Well, that's a really nice way of putting it. That's it, isn't it? And in exploration terms, you know, having to put something back, even by a year or so, is nothing. It's nothing, is it? Really. So there we go. It's a long game. It's a long game. Wilbur says they're probably going to have to bring the rocket back to the assembly building. Yeah, I think I heard something about that they were going to have to go back and kind of backtrack a bit on the because it's an older rocket, I believe, isn't it? They're reusing parts again, which is fantastic, of course, but sometimes that doesn't always work, you know, and I mean, I'm nowhere am I a scientist, but I think I understand enough to know that, you know, science really is still exploring and trying out different things. And sometimes these things just don't work, and you have to just accept that. Mother agrees. Things have to be safe. Well, exactly. It's even more pointless if you're going to send it up and it doesn't work. Anyway, enough of blabbering on about me, about things that I don't really know anything about. Let's enjoy something that I think I do know something about, which is the music of the wonderful series Star Trek Voyager. Oh, I did have vaguely some Voyager news. There was another what do they call, convention, Star Trek convention, and Kate Mulgrew posted something about how she posted lots of pictures with fans, and there was one, and she was calling herself Mini Janeway, and it was this little girl dressed as Janeway, and she was so cute. Anyway, There we go. Oh, one more thing on the space front. There's a video of Artemis liquid fuel tank being pressure tested until it explodes. Pretty cool. Oh, I haven't seen that one, David. Oh, so if you want some Artemis action, folks, there is something to be had. There is something to be had. Because there are people who just want to see it explode, aren't there? So there you go. That's the next best thing. Right, let's enjoy this together then. This is Star Trek Voyager. There we go. We might not be going to the moon just yet, folks, but we've been all the way to the Delta Quadrant and back. That, of course, was the theme from the fabulous Star Trek Voyager. Wilbur says they're probably, please no RUD on the first flight. That stands for Rapid Unscheduled Disassembly, folks. And David, I get your reference. I love it. No disassemble. Mother will get that one as well. Let me know. I'm really intrigued to know if anybody knows what David's on about. That is a reference from a really cool film from the 80s. No disassemble number 5. I used to watch that film religiously as a child. I've seen it so many times. I haven't seen it recently. I'd love to go back and watch it again, actually. Let me know if anybody knows what we're talking about, apart from Mother, because you'll know. Chris says, I realised I'm a little more of a Trekkie than I thought. When a friend of mine posted a meme of Kirk and Bones from the original series, I immediately knew which episode it was from. Oh, Chris. Oh, yeah, that's serious. That's serious. When I commented it was from my favourite episode, the person who posted it had no idea what I was talking about. It was from Amok Time. I'm afraid I can't concur with you on the original series because I've seen bits, but I really wouldn't be able to go that far. Yeah, you're on getting to another level there, which is cool. It's cool. That's fine. My problem is I can't remember the names of episodes. I really struggle with the names, particularly with Voyager. I think my brain is too filled up with the names of X-Files episodes, which for some reason I find easier to remember. They're quite obscure, most of them. Most of them are in Latin. So, yeah. Oh, thank you, Wilbur. The coffee bot's working, look. We've got no problem with the coffee bot. Thank you, Mr. Coffeebot, for telling us that Wilbur said, I hear you liked one of my suggestions for a cover. Ooh, right. Well, should we talk about that now then? I was going to save that for a little bit later on. Should I keep you waiting? I'm going to keep you waiting on that, folks. You are exactly right, Wilbur, and I'm going to bring that back to something else. This came about... I was telling now I've got to reprogram my brain here. I was telling the members of the Flutifull Club all about this yesterday on our monthly live stream. So let me tell you about what's going on with that right now. Many of you know my Patreon page is still active, okay? It's still active, but what I've decided to do is to now update everything via Ko-fi. So Ko-fi is the new home of my Patreon community, basically, and I've renamed it the Flutifull Club. Okay, and if you are interested in coming and joining us on there, the thing to do is to follow the same link that we've got on screen, you see. So everything's now in the same place, and you'll see a little memberships button next to the one-off donation button, and hit that, and you will go to the different tiers. So it's exactly the same setup that we had on Patreon, same things going on, but it's just all on the Ko-fi platform. So there we go. That's that. And yes, I will keep you hanging on about what I said about my latest cover, which I will tell you now, though. Excuse me. Will be available for members of the Flutifull Club tomorrow. Oh, and I am very excited about it, but I'm going to tell you more about it in due course. Right, let's continue with your lovely request, folks. So next up, David has chosen this one for Wilbur. This is to hopefully cool you down a little bit, Wilbur, because it's far too warm, isn't it? It's far too warm over where you are. It's still pretty warm here in the UK. I have to say, it's not been sunny past few days, but it's still warm. And when you're doing stuff and moving about, too warm. Anyway, hopefully this will cool you down. This is a little improvisation to my track Frozen in Time. we go. That was some improvisation for you. Frozen in Time. Thank you, David, for requesting that one for Wilbur today. Hopefully that's cooled you down a little bit, Wilbur. Let us know. And if you'd like to hear a recorded version of that one, head over to Bandcamp and you'll find it on there. It's part of the 3 Words Volume 2. I think it's on Volume 2. David might know. There we go. It's definitely on Bandcamp somewhere. Right. I've been chatting so much today and it's nearly 5:30 and I've just realised I've not had any tea yet. What's going on, folks? What's going on? Right, so I'm about to have some tea. If you're wondering which mug I have today, it had to be the large bunny mug. It had to be the large bunny mug because, oh my goodness, I've had a really, really busy weekend, folks. So let me tell you a little bit about my weekend. So, Flutifull Club members who saw yesterday's stream. No, I did it on Friday, didn't I? Yes, I did the stream on Friday. It was very confusing because I suddenly realised that I had friends coming over yesterday. So yeah, had a fabulous day with 2 friends who I haven't seen for absolutely ages, and they have 2 young children, and one who's 8 and one who's 5. So we had an awesome day. We went to the park and we went and had ice cream and all that kind of stuff, and yeah, it was great. But oh my gosh, I don't really know how they do it. I just find it so tiring. So tiring, but yeah, it was ace. The most tiring part was when I had to do the the seesaw in the park, and yeah, that's a really good workout for your legs, folks. My thighs are really feeling that today because I had to bounce up and down with an 8-year-old on the seesaw, and oh gosh, that was hard work. So I think I deserve lots of tea. Lots of tea. The other thing that I've been doing today is I've been to Maester House, which many of you know as the home of culture music. Those who followed me for a while will know that I'm involved with a local music school here. Now, you've got to get used to a few different names today, folks. Not only am I talking about the Patreon community becoming the Flutifull Club, culture music has now become eclectic music. So we've had a bit of a company shake up and move around, and we've got a new name. So we launch really officially tomorrow. The website and everything will be out tomorrow. But we went today and cleaned the whole building. Oh, so I've been cleaning on industrial level and tidying and moving stuff around, and it's been tiring. But worth it. It will be nice to go into a nice clean, lovely building tomorrow when we have our first orchestra and wind band rehearsal. So that's something to look forward to. Right, now, Wild, I think you've been reading my mind this week because you've chosen a couple of Tomb Raiders today, including Tomb Raider 2, which has already been commented on by David. So let us know where's that one come from, Wild? Because I know you're not a fan of that. Is that because you know I like it? In which case, thank you, and thank you for both of them. Because do you know I've been really thinking to myself, it's been ages since I played the Tomb Raider themes, and I've been really missing them. So so I was gonna play at least one of them today anyway, because it's my stream and I can do what I like. But you've suggested 2 of them, so that's awesome. So let's enjoy one of these together. This is my own Flutifull version of the fabulous theme from Tomb Raider 3. how good is that? The wonderful theme from Tomb Raider 3 by Nathan McCree. Thank you, Wild, for that one. I really enjoyed playing that one today. It's been so long since we've played those. Wild says, why Tomb Raider 2? I know you like it. I do, because I've got a nice... I've done it... My version says a really nice improvisation section at the end, which I always enjoy on that one. And Wild says, I'm feeling brave. Well, it's good, and I know I'm a great believer in pushing your musical boundaries, so that's awesome. Thank you, Wild. And we will hear Tomb Raider 2 in a little while, folks. Right, sorry, Chris, I missed that there's a quiz going on, folks. We have our first Flutifull quiz, Flutifull Trek quiz. Which Trek episode is the most watched on Netflix? And Chris's clue is it's a two-part finale. Wilbur's gone for the Next Gen finale. Now, you know what I'm going to say? I would like to think that it's the Voyager finale, which is well, it's not a two-parter, though, is it? I don't think. I can't remember. Oh, no, I think it is. I think it is a two-parter. Anyway, let us know, Chris. Let us know, because that is... I like that you like your statistic quizzes, don't you? And I'm a fan of statistics as well. Statistics, if I can say the word. Very interesting. Very interesting. They can tell you read between the lines a lot with statistics, can't you? Especially when you work in education. Anyway, and that leads us to Maria. Maria says, pupils were back last week, training teachers the week before. Busy time. Oh, yeah, it's that time of year, folks. I was saying, so my friends that came up yesterday, one of them used to be a teacher as well, music teacher. He's not at the moment, and I said, oh, it must be nice not to have that back to school feeling, because all teachers know it, that dread, because once you've had the summer holidays and you've had quite a few weeks off, it's a very strange feeling, and people in other fields don't really get that because they don't have so much time off at once, usually, and it's a very strange feeling. You always feel like you've forgotten everything. I did forget things. I used to forget my passwords quite frequently when I was working in schools. So yeah, it is that strange. I still get a little bit of that. I am going back to teaching this week, but I'm not in school anymore. I'm teaching at home, and it's not quite the same. It's not quite as intimidating in a way. So yeah, that back to school feeling. So I feel for you, Maria. But you're running up and running now. You're going, and I hope it's going okay over there. Chris, yay! I got the quiz. Endgame from Voyager, two-parter, where they finally make it home. Well, it's a very strange one, isn't it? I'm going to have to just say this now, because if you know the Voyager series, it just ends very abruptly, because they're just kind of going about their business, and then all of a sudden the final episodes are like, oh, we arrived home. You know, it just shows them kind of arriving home, and it's a kind of unprepared, and it's a bit strange. And the last couple of seasons of Voyager are questionable, and that's coming from a big Voyager fan. So yeah, but it had to end somehow, and it's nice that they did get home, of course. So yeah. Oh God, I got a quiz right, folks. That hardly ever happens, does it? Hardly ever happens. Oh, and yes, Wilbur is reminding us that Star Trek Day is on September the 8th this week. That's right. I was having a little look at that this morning. At the schedule for that. So if you go to StarTrek.com, it shows you the schedule of stuff that they're going to broadcast, and all sorts of things. The Lower Decks is featuring quite a bit. Strange New Worlds, of course, so they're focusing on the new stuff. Of course, there's a tribute to Michelle Nichols. There's a tribute to Michelle Nichols, who sadly died not that long ago, actually. Who was in the original series, of course, which is suitable, I'm sure, very fitting. So isn't that wonderful? I love that Star Trek has a day. I think it's awesome. So so 8th, for where are we today? So 4, 5th, 6th, 7th. That's Thursday, isn't it? So that's Thursday. So to all my fellow Trekkies, live long and prosper for Thursday. We'll enjoy that, won't we? And chat about it next week. Thank you, Mummy, for the coffee that's come through. Thank you very much. And Mother's donation is next. I've got you all... request is next, sorry. I've got you all very well trained, haven't you? The fact now that you put your request in, and then you... then the donations come through when they're in the queue. You guys are just so well trained. It cuts down the work, for David that way. So thank you. I'm sure David appreciates it, especially when the bot's not working. Anyway, Mother's request today is for this very, very beautiful song, which I'm grateful for because it's a nice, relaxing one. This is from a show called New Faces, and it's just one of these kind of twilight, beautiful kind of smoky bar kind of songs. You can imagine a singer and a piano doing justice to this one. So I hope you're going to enjoy my Flutifull version of it today. This is A Nightingale Sang in Berkeley Square. Oh, there we go. That was A Nightingale Sang in Berkeley Square. Thank you very much, Mummy, for the request of that one. Of course, for the Yorkshire tea. Very good. In fact, I'm going to go enjoy a little bit of that now. I might need to top up soon, folks, because what happened today was I got back from doing all the cleaning and things at about 3:15. I thought, oh, I need a brew. So I got my large mug, had a big brew, but I had about that much left at the beginning when I normally get my tea for the stream, and I thought, oh, what do I do? Do I make a fresh one, or do I save this one? Now being a Yorkshire lass at heart, I kept this one, put it in the microwave, heated it up a bit, and yeah, so this is running very low, but never fear, the flask is here. Right. Chris says, I didn't know there was an official Star Trek day. Oh, we've made your day there, Chris, haven't we? Awesome. Yeah, go to startrek.com and check it out. A whole program of stuff on there, which I believe is all streamed. Yeah, Wilbur telling us last year they had an orchestra play 5 of the themes. They opened it, didn't they? They had like a live thing, and it was a live orchestra playing, and that's on YouTube, I think, because I'm sure I watched that on YouTube. So go check that out, Chris, because it's awesome. Yeah, and enjoy it, and we will talk about it next week, of course. Wild says, question for Colette, what do you think about the school coats history? Yeah, so this is Hull History Nerd, who creates videos all about my local area. And yeah, he's just done one on school coats. Wilbur says, who and what is school coats? Well, I can tell you that, Wilbur. I can tell you that. So school coats is the name of an area in Hull, not very far from me here, actually. And it kind of was known more as a village, really. I suppose it was when Hull was divided up more into little sections, and coats means cottages, means homesteads, dwellings, and the school would have been the name. And I already knew that one, actually. That was something I remember from the video. Well, as you see, I've watched a bit of it. I've not watched all of it yet. It's quite long. I already knew that fact because I used to live somewhere called Summercoats. So that was the same thing. So if you ever see a name, a place name in the UK that's something Coats, that's where it comes from. So I knew that bit. But yeah, no, it's a really, really good video. Very, very well researched and very interesting. So if, I'm sure if you're interested in your history and you want to know a bit more about my local area, go and check out Hull History Nerd here on YouTube. William says, Wikipedia says the nightingale, a migrant songbird, is unlikely to be heard in central London. Yes, that is a bit of a problem with that song. I think it's called Poetic License, William. A rather large poetic license with that one, but we'll let it off because it is a beautiful song, isn't it? Right then, David has a Flutifull fact. For our next number, folks, we are going to the world of video game music, the retro world of video game music at that, right? So, a Flutifull fact here for you. Here we go. Naoto Oshima took some initial designs to New York City and sought feedback by people in Central Park, their opinion on names. Mr. Hedgehog won this informal poll. Is that right? So I assume that Sonic the Hedgehog could have just been called Mr. Hedgehog. Is that the point, David? Yeah, I think they were wise to kind of think about that a little more. Not that I think there's anything wrong with the good people of New York City choosing names, but yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog works a bit better, doesn't it? Anyway, let's enjoy the music from that very first game. Right now, you're going to hear my version of the theme from the beginning of the game, the Green Hill Zone, and also my favourite, the Marble Zone. Hope you enjoy it. There we go, some 8-bit action from everybody's favourite blue hedgehog. And look at those fabulous emojis. There are some fabulous emojis, but William is being very cheeky today. I'm not even going to read out what William said. And there's some very cheeky emoji. I think you're trying to make up for the fact that that Casarella is not here today. And Wildy's asking where Casarella and Cordelia are. They've been away for the past few days. They've been on a little late summer break, and she did say to me that they might not be here today because they were coming back today. So yeah, I hope they've had a good time. If you do watch this back, guys, and good luck to Cordelia because she starts her new role, her apprenticeship tomorrow. So and I know she's a bit nervous. So good luck for that. And hello to the Collaston Massive if you're watching. I know Mother said hello. I've completely forgotten as per. Right, Chris says, my son has been watching all the Sonic Boom episodes on DVD. He knows more about Sonic than I do. There's a lot of like Sonic things, aren't there now? There's obviously the movies, but is that a series, Chris? I take it that's the TV thing version, is it maybe? Yeah. Right, I think I'm in need of a tea top-up, folks. I think I'm in need of a tea top-up. So here we go. Topping up. It is nearly 6 p.m. in the UK. Can you believe that, folks? We've been through an hour already. That means there's one more hour left to go in the stream. We've got 6 things in the request queue, so plenty of time for more requests. Do get those in if you'd like me to play something for you before the end of the stream. And now I think it's a really good time to tell you about the new cover. Oh, I kept you hanging on a little bit, but I think I'm going to talk about this while I just enjoy a little bit of tea. In fact, I'm going to have a slurp now. So, new cover for members of the Flutifull Club tomorrow. And those that saw the stream yesterday will know I talked a little bit about it. It is Wilbur's choice as a Flutifull Club member. Thank you, Wilbur. And Wilbur won't know what that is because Wilbur gave me 3 options. So you might know what this is, Wilbur, when you hear what I'm about to say. I am quite embarrassed to say that I didn't really know this song. I really didn't know this song. Now, I knew of the artist. This is an artist I feel I should know more about. And I'm so glad you brought this song to me, Wilbur. I really am, because I'm going to go so far as to say I think it's one of the most beautiful songs ever written. And it's really strange because I'm doing lots of digging as I'm kind of putting this new one together. And I'm not finding that people are really raving about this song. Although on YouTube there were some comments where people were like, oh, this is one of my favourite all-time songs, you know. I think it's such an amazing song. It's so amazingly well sung by the original artist. And I really hope you're going to love it as much as I have loved putting this together. It's got lots of flute layers. So if you're fans of my covers where I use lots of flute parts, it's got the most beautiful harmonies. And I've really enjoyed putting this one together. So thank you so much, Wilbur, because this is I enjoy all my covers. I really, really do. But this really has been something quite special for me because like I say, I've been really discovering this song as I've gone along. So that's going to be available tomorrow if you're part of the Flutifull Club, and I really can't wait to hear your reaction to it. It will be out here on YouTube on Friday. But like I say, if I've whetted your appetite really well and you'd like to see it, then do head over there, and you get to see it before anybody else. Right. Oh, the tea tastes good. Right. Next up, Wilbur's request, which I think was missed earlier on. So apologies, Wilbur, but we will do this now. So yes, this is from my original track, which usually gets played at the beginning of the stream when Casarella's hit, because it's her absolute favourite. But we will, of course, do it now. And this is a second attempt to cool you down, Wilbur. So hopefully this will work. This is Within the Void. go. That was Within the Void, one of my original tracks. Thank you, Wilbur, for the request of that one, and the Yorkshire tea, of course, Wilbur. Thank you so much. And if you'd like to own that one, you can. It's over on Bandcamp, so check that out if you would like to stream or download your own copy. Yes, Maria can't get on some of the links. They are working though. She's out in the UAE, so yes, certain things are not accessible. Does that fluctuate sometimes, Maria? Does it work sometimes and not others? Yeah, must be bizarre to have to deal with that. Thank you for the emojis, everybody. Glad you enjoyed that one. David's rocking out a little bit to that one. Thank you. Well, Wilbur, are you feeling a little bit cooler with that? There's a little snowman there and the snowflake. Hopefully. Right. Now, Flutifull Club members who were around yesterday have already heard this next number, but the rest of you will not. Not from me anyway, because this is brand new to Flutifull Time, and thank you for those who are able to support via the club, because it's that support that helps me to keep growing my list more rapidly than if I were just adding my own covers, because there's only so many hours in the day, folks. So this was added yesterday, and it is from the musical Chess. So let me know if you know this one, and do you know the musical, and do you know who wrote it? Well, actually, it's on the screen, isn't it? Because we've added that onto the list. So this is the musical that's by Benny and Bjorn of, yes, ABBA fame, and it's a quite unusual musical. The premise is that there's a chess championship, as you might guess from the title, and there's lots of controversy, and it's quite politically driven almost. You don't see it performed that often now, but the music is fabulous, as you would expect from Benny and Bjorn. So hopefully you'll enjoy this, whether you know it or not. It's a little bit ballad, and it's a little bit rock, so there's something to suit everybody here. Here we go. This is I Know Him So Well. there we go. That was I Know Him So Well from the musical Chess. Thank you, David, for requesting that one today. I don't know, David said to me he wasn't familiar with that quite so much. He kind of recognised it once he'd heard it a few times, and he's been down a little rabbit hole investigating that musical. So yeah, nice to be able to bring that to attention a little bit more, David. And I really like that as a track. You know, it's got those different elements, which is quite unusual. It ends quite abruptly though, doesn't it? That backing track, but it's quite nice. So thank you to the Flutifull Club. See, I'm saying it a lot today just to get used to it. For your support to be able to add that to the collection, and I hope you enjoyed it. Right, I'm gonna have a little bit more tea. Wilbur says first time hearing it. Well, there you go, Wilbur. Nice to be able to introduce you to that one. It is originally a duet in the musical. And as I was saying to yesterday, no, not yesterday, it was Friday. As I was saying, that was originally sung by two great female singers of the musical theatre world, Barbara Dixon, who in Little Story used to live not that far from me, and Elaine Page, who I'm sure you will have heard of, especially if you listen to Radio 2. She, of course, hosts the musicals segment on Radio 2. I'm not sure if she still does, but she definitely did for quite a long time. So there you go. Yeah, I Know Him So Well. Beautiful, beautiful duet. And William as well. First time for you. Yeah. Go and YouTube the original after the stream and enjoy the vocal version, because it's a lovely song. That I've taught that one quite a few times as a duet song for you. It's quite a good one for young singers to have a go at as a duet. Not easy though, because it's in not just kind of harmony parts, but there's two separate lines going on there in part of it, which makes it difficult for me to try and perform just with one line. But hopefully you enjoyed it. Anyway, go and listen to the original. Right. We are going back to the world of Tomb Raider. Right, Wild, are you ready for this? Wild has requested this for today. This is very brave of Wild, because he's admitted that this was for a long time. He didn't even want to listen to it, did you, Wild? This was quite something that he wasn't quite so sure of. So thank you for requesting it today. I hope I'm going to do a good job, and let's hope that it grows on you, because I think this is wonderful. This is the theme from Tomb Raider 2. we go. That was the theme from Tomb Raider 2. Thank you very much, Wild, for the request. Even though it's still number 15 on your list. Something has to be number 15, doesn't it? So I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's bad. And thank you very much for being brave and requesting it. I certainly enjoyed playing it for you. Excuse me. Wild says, I like the game, but the soundtrack doesn't suit me. Yeah, it is. I mean, it uses the themes of you know, the material of the other games very well, but it is a different sound, isn't it? It is a different sound, so that's fine. That's fine. Right, what else is going on in the chat? Chris asking, what time is it in the North Pole? Have we established that? Wilbur says it depends on which way you're facing. I'm trying to get my bearing on that. Although Chris is saying it's every time and no time at all. Okay, so this is a scientific thing, isn't it? That I see, yes, because you're on the you're right on the top there. I gotcha. David says it's time to look south. I suppose that's good advice. Oh, goodness me. Goodness me. Right, we have about 40 minutes, just over 40 minutes left in today's stream, folks. So if there's anything else you'd like to request, now is an excellent time because we have 4 items in our list. So David will know how many more we've got space for. I'm sure we've got space for a couple more. Is that right, David? Although David is the master at knowing this, and he's very good with his timings now. Very good, because of course David said to me, was it last week, David? It's been a year. David's been modding for me now for a year. So thank you, David. Awesome. So David is an absolute pro. So thank you, David, for that. Yes. Oh, a few more. I'm saying the exact number, and David's like, a few more. I like it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the bot's really annoying. I promise I'll look at it again, David. Ugh. It's supposed to make life easy, and it's not. Chris says, supposedly the South Pole is considered to be New Zealand time. Is that right? I didn't know that, Chris. So how come the North Pole's not adopted something? Doesn't the North Pole just go on what Iceland kind of says? Wouldn't that make sense? Or, you know, if that's the case with the South Pole? I don't know. You got me thinking about that now. Right, well, I think I will play the next request, which has come from William. Thank you, William, for this one. I think, did I read in the chat, this has not been played for some time either, so we are very happy to share this one together today. This is a beautiful, beautiful piece, which you're going to hear in a version for harp and flute. So if you enjoyed the last Tomb Raider, because there was some harp in there as well, I hope you're going to enjoy this for harp and flute. This is an arrangement of Debussy's Arabesque No. 1. Debussy, Arabesque #1, minus the final note and minus a few other notes as well. Thank you so much, William, for the request of that one, and thank you for the Yorkshire tea as well, which came through. Thank you very much indeed. Apologies for that. My lips are really. I need to play more. That's what I'm trying to say to you folks. I'm clearly not doing enough practice because my lips are like, and the last note did not want to happen. But anyway, I enjoyed that. It's certainly been a while since we've done that one, and it's a beautiful, beautiful piece of music, as is all music by Claude Debussy, who wrote some just beautiful harmonies and beautiful melodies as well. Right, we were discussing what time it was, why there's no time zone in the North Pole. And David's saying that's because nobody lives there. Okay, well, but people go there, don't they? People explore the place. So do they not care what time it is? Just a thought. Wilbur says, did you see Helene's vlog about swimming in the Arctic Ocean? Do you know, I haven't seen that. I saw that she'd been away and exploring, and I saw some of her camping in her car stuff, but I haven't seen that about swimming in the Arctic Ocean. That's brave, folks. Oh, I take my hat off to her for doing that. I have a friend that does open water swimming, and during lockdown, she swam. My knowledge of oceans is terrible, but off the east coast here, just a bit further down in Lincolnshire, and she swam the length of the channel. But was doing it locally, if that makes sense. She kind of did the 20-something miles that it is, and raised lots of money for charity during lockdown, which was awesome. But I've said to her, how do you do it? Like, I know they have like wetsuits and stuff, but no, that's what I was going to say. They could only been in the water for so long because of the cold, of course. And I'm not somebody who can deal with the cold very easily. So there we go. David says, David's seen the video about swimming in the Arctic Ocean. I swam in a lake at Glacier Nation Park once, 36 degrees Fahrenheit. That was enough. Oh, what's that in English, David? I don't understand Fahrenheit. What's that in degrees Celsius for us Europeans, or should I say non-Europeans? I'll leave that on there. Flutifull fact for us, folks. Let's have a flutifull fact about our next number. Sing It Back first appeared on Maloko's second album, I Am Not a Doctor. It was released as a single in March 1999, peaking at number 4 in the UK after a remix. Yes, if you like this track, do go and check out the original, because the original version is very different. I was quite shocked when I heard it. I only heard it when I put this cover together. It's really different, and it only took off, as David has pointed out, once it was made into this kind of dance EDM version, which we all know and love. So I hope you're going to enjoy this one today, going back to the 90s, my own flutifull version of Maloko's Sing It Back. Yes, there we go. A little bit of Sing It Back for you folks. Flutifull Style, of course. Thank you, Wild, for the request of that one. Wild saying, what were people doing back in the 90s? Well, that would be telling, Wild. Claire was being a good girl in college. I'm not that old, Wild. I was also in school during the 90s. But yeah, no. Isn't it funny now? I was watching... I was rewatching the first X-Files movie the other day, folks, because you know, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I am quite a big X-Files fan, and that was done in 1998. And I was saying to my mum, it's aged really well. Like the only thing that really gives it away is kind of the look of the computers and the phones and things. But actually, the film itself, I really love it. I love the music in that film. Oh, it's fantastic. All the music in X-Files is amazing. But in that film particularly, I really enjoy because it's the first time that it was orchestrated fully. In the series, it's all synth stuff. So yeah. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, that's held up pretty well. There's some little bits that you think, oh yeah, now they could do that a lot better. But yeah, so that took me back to the 90s this week, thinking about that. Oh, little update on the 36 degrees Fahrenheit for us Brits is 2.2 degrees centigrade. Yeah, no, you can have that one, David. No. No. Wilbur says, back in the 90s, I was living with my ex and trying to decide whether I wanted to try pro bowling. Ooh, you've never talked to us about that, Wilbur. David says, were you that good? Ooh, so we're talking 10-pin bowling here? 10-pin bowling, I assume? Or are we talking... bowling, because in the UK we have bowls, you see, a common green lawn game. So let us know. Let us know more about that, Wilbur. Wilbur says, I thought I was... Oh, is that in reference to David, Wilbur? I thought it was good, but I wasn't. But what a nice thing to consider, though. Pro anything, sports or creative endeavours, you know? Yeah. Ooh, I just want to know more about that, Wilbur. I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm gonna let you expand. Tell us more about that. Right, I'm just gonna have a little bit more tea. It is just gone 6:30, folks. We have 4 items left, and we need to do the daily Mozart. Now, I think Mum was saying, can I choose the Mozart today, as in me? So yeah, we can do that. Shall we have? What Mozart shall we have? Sure, I can't remember if we had this last week, but let's go Turkish Rondo. I'm feeling in the mood for nice little lively Mozart today. So Turkish Rondo, please, David, if we could add that into the mix. That would be good. Right, but we're not going to have that next. Next up, we are going to David's choice of one of the Evson tracks, which is a great choice because this one doesn't get requested as much as some of the others, I think, and I really enjoy this one because it's just, well, it's one of the quirkier ones. I class this and the Wild Dingo as quite the two really quirky tracks from my 4 tracks that I've done with Evson. So they're a bit more. I was going to use the word interesting for me to play. That's not right. They're a little bit more... Keep me on my toes a little bit more. Let's put it like that. Anyway, I hope you enjoy a little bit of a bounce to this one, folks. This is Kangaroo Tango. Oh, I enjoyed that. That was Kangaroo Tango. Thank you, David, for the request of that one today. Hope you had a little bit of a bounce to that one. Very nice indeed, if I do say so myself. If you enjoyed that, it is available as part of the Life Down Under EP on Bandcamp. So do check out the link there that David's put there. I just realised as I was playing that, David, that I forgot to answer one of your questions that came through. So this was referring to practice. Speaking of practice, have you ever tried starting the concertino to see if it's still there? So this is in reference to the Chaminade concertino, which is quite a famous flute piece, which I memorised and performed just before Christmas last year. I do have a series of videos on my channel about my process, if you're interested. I don't think I ever released the performance video because I haven't got the official one. I've got one that a friend recorded for me, but it's available on the Flutifull Club if you want to see that. Anyway, do you know, I haven't, David. So shall I give it a try now? Right, come on, brain. Something's got to still be in there somewhere, hasn't it? I can't even remember how it starts now. If I can remember how it starts, then I can probably play it. Oh gosh, let's think. It's probably the worst time to try and do this as well, because I'm really tired now. But I'm gonna give it a shot. I really can't remember how it starts. David says it starts on D. Okay, thanks, David. Let's find a D and let's see if I can do it. Do you know, it's one of my favourite pieces, and right now I can't even remember how it goes. I've got another piece in my head. Another piece in my head. I'm sure that's not the concertina that I'm thinking of. No, I'm thinking of another piece, and I can't get it out of my head. So the answer to your question right now, David, is no, I can't. But if I heard the opening or looked at the score briefly, I could then give it a go. So we might try that let's maybe try that next week. Remind me next week, because at the moment it's not happening, but it might still be there. It might still be there. It's a very good question, because it was a while ago, wasn't it? Good while ago. Right, Wilbur has an update on the turning pro bowling here. So I was working in a bowling alley. So definitely 10-pin bowling here. As a second job, had a pro teacher who was very good and had a shop in the bowling alley. So it was kind of an inspirational thing. Do you know, that takes me back to my skating days, Will, because many of you know that I ice skated for many years and joined a team, and I'm not gonna lie, it was at a time when I was I was teaching music. It was after I'd graduated university, and I was going through a bit of a lull kind of with my music, and I did think to myself, oh, maybe this is like a new career. So I know the kind of feeling that you're thinking of. I look back now and I go, are you kidding? Like, I could never have become a pro skater or a coach. Or I think I was thinking more, I could maybe coach, but no, I really wasn't good enough. But yeah, that's cool, Wilbur. I like that little story. David says, I remember when somebody used to set the pins up. They have automated machines now, don't they? But yeah, David says, I remember that. And Wilbur says that was the job of his brother. Oh, there you go. Awesome. Right. We must keep going, or I must stop talking. I'm talking a lot today, folks, aren't I? And I must get on and play, because we've got 4 more lovely requests. 3 more requests and your daily Mozart to get through, and it's nearly 6:45. So next up, Wilbur's choice is a song by one of my favourite artists, and this will definitely whet your appetite, folks, for the new cover, because if you're a fan of this lady, I think you will be a fan of the artist who co-wrote and sang my next cover track, which is coming at you tomorrow. So there we go. I hope you enjoy this now. Anyway, this is From a Distance. There we go. The choice of Wilbur today. Thank you so much, Wilbur. Awesome choice. What an awesome song. And like I say, if you really enjoyed that one, then I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy my new cover, which is out tomorrow for members of the Flutifull Club, which you can check out on coffee.com. Right. Chris would like to hear help. We'll add that definitely on next week, Chris, because we haven't really got time today. We've got time for the 3 that are left in the queue. We'll add it next week. And David's telling us it's been over a year since we did that one. Isn't that strange? So we've got such a big list. I think that's the reason for that now. It's such a big list. Right, cracking on then. So next up is a request from Wild for my latest cover, which is of one of Wild's favourite songs by one of Wild's favourite artists, Amy McDonald. And Wild's telling us, did you know that when they released the new Fiat 500 back in 2010, Amy was one of the first ones to own one? Is that right? In her colours, black and grey. And it was sold for to an animal charity. I did not know that, Wild. Thank you very much for that. Awesome fact. Let's soak that one in, folks, as we enjoy a little bit of This Is the Life. Apologies, folks. The brain is seriously giving up now, but I'm gonna do that again and do it in the right key. Okay, apologies. This is no excuse. It really isn't. But this is in a really weird key. This song, weirdly, in a very weird key. I'm assuming that's because when she did it with the guitar, she had a capo, and it's in a really weird key. So just bear with, and I will get it. we got there eventually, folks. Kind of. That was This Is the Life. Amy McDonald. Thank you, Wild, for the suggestion that that one be made into a cover in the first place, and for the request today. Yeah, that one is an unusual song in many ways. It's got a really great rhythm, hasn't it, Wilbur? I agree with you. There's a real great drive to that one. But it's in a really strange key. It's in C sharp minor. Musicians in the room will concur that C sharp minor is not the most common key to play in. And Wild is asking, how did I know she used a capo? So, just quick music lesson for you folks. On a guitar, if you want to play in a different key than is really comfortable in using just the guitar as it is, you can use a little device called a capo, which is a piece of metal which slides onto the fretboard, and what it essentially does is shorten the strings. So if you think about it, if you've got your strings and then you put this piece of metal, it means that that string is there's not as much of the string is vibrating. So what it means is that the guitarist can play certain chords. It transposes it basically. So if the guitarist plays an A chord, it'll come out as a different chord. I don't know the transitions in guitar with capos, but it moves it down by a semitone, doesn't it? Moves it up by a semitone, up by a semitone. So the reason I would kind of guess that she used that is because that puts it in a funny key, if that makes any sense. By adding the capo on, then it puts it in it'll just move it into a different key without her having to work out chords in an awkward key. So that's fine for guitarists. It makes it really easy. But when you're playing a melodic instrument, of course, you have to put it in the right key. Anyway, I hope that kind of made sense. It's in an awkward key. But I got there. So there we go. Right, 2 more to go. We are going to have these, and then I think we will end. Well, we'll end with the Mozart today. We'll end with the Turkish Rondo. So next up, a request for this beautiful, beautiful little gem, which is from the opera Lakme. This is the Flower Duet. Oh, sorry, folks. That was the Flower Duet from Lakme. That's another piece that's in quite an awkward key. That's in B major, which has 5 sharps. But it was slightly easier because I'm reading the score. Too many sharps. Wilbur says that always makes me think of the BA commercials. That's right. That was used by British Airways for many years as their music in their advertisements. So there you go. David enjoyed that. Lots of emojis. Mother enjoyed that. Thank you very much. I enjoyed playing that as well, even though it's in 5 sharps. It's beautiful, beautiful, pretty tune, isn't it? Anyway, we come to the end of our requests for today, folks. Thank you very much to all those who've been here and made a request. This is the part where I normally tell you what's happening this week, so let's do that now. I have a new cover coming out. I may have mentioned it a couple of times. It'll be out tomorrow for members of the Flutifull Club, which you can find by heading to coffee.com/Claire Hodditch and hitting memberships. I'm really looking forward to sharing this. I'm very excited about it. It's been very exciting for me because I didn't know it. And thank you so much, Wilbur, who chose this cover. And yeah, I'm just really interested to see what you think. Lots of flute parts going on. Beautiful, beautiful harmonies. So I really hope you enjoy it. And it'll be out on YouTube on Friday. I will, of course, be back here, same time, same place, next Sunday for more Flutifull Time. So to finish off our music making today, we're not going to have Bourrée. We're going to finish with our daily Mozart, which today comes in the form of this. This is a tune from Mozart's Piano Sonata in A. This is the Turkish Rondo. There we go, the Turkish Rondo, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. Hope you enjoyed that, folks. That was your daily dose, of course, of Mozart. So that's it for another week. Thank you so much to everybody who's joined me for the last 2 hours for some live music, friendly chat, and of course those wonderful, fascinating facts, courtesy of my wonderful moderator team of David and Chris. Thank you. Awesome work as always. Thank you to those who've been able to donate via the coffee.com link, and of course the members of the Flutifull Club, which you will find over there as well. Thank you for spreading the word. We are slowly growing our numbers here on YouTube. If you're not subscribed, now's a good time to do so, because like I say, there is a new cover on its way to you this week. I hope you enjoy it when it comes out. Wilbur's going to be up. Wilbur's up waiting. Yes, Mother will be there as anticipation as well. Oh, I hope you enjoy it now I've bigged this one up so much. I'm sure you will. Anyway, until we meet again in this fabulous virtual world of ours, I hope you take very good care of yourselves, stay safe, and above all, you know what you need to do. You need to stay flutifull. See you again soon, folks. Thank you so much. Bye.